If you are over 65 and you've been told that slightly higher blood pressure is simply normal for your age, this may be one of the most dangerous myths still circulating today. For decades, many older adults were reassured that as arteries stiffen with age, higher blood pressure numbers become expected, and therefore less concerning. But modern science tells us something very different. Yes, arteries naturally lose elasticity over time, but the damage caused by persistently elevated blood pressure does not become harmless just because we age. Tonight, I want to explain the blood pressure myth after 65, what research now shows, what numbers truly matter, and how uncontrolled hypertension silently affects the brain, heart, kidneys, and long-term independence. I'm Dr. Joseph Butler, and for more than 30 years, I've worked with adults over 60, helping them navigate age-related changes with clarity and confidence. If you value straightforward, evidence-based guidance tailored specifically for seniors, consider subscribing to this channel. I publish weekly videos focused entirely on protecting your health after 60. And at the end of this video, if you're interested in learning about a natural supplement that has been used as additional support for vascular health and overall well-being in many older adults, you'll find the details in the link below in the description. Now, let's address the myth. Blood pressure is the force of circulating blood against the walls of your arteries. It is influenced by vascular elasticity, blood volume, cardiac output, kidney regulation, and hormonal systems, particularly the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. With aging, arteries undergo structural remodeling. Elastic fibers gradually decrease and are replaced by stiffer collagen. This leads primarily to elevated systolic blood pressure, the top number. For many years, physicians accepted systolic readings of 150 or even higher in older adults under the assumption that this is just aging. However, large-scale clinical trials over the past decade have shown that sustained elevations above 140 to 150 mmHg significantly increase the risk of stroke, heart failure, chronic kidney disease progression, vascular dementia, cardiovascular mortality. One major multi-center study demonstrated that tighter blood pressure control in older adults reduced cardiovascular events and improved survival. In other words, age does not make high blood pressure safe. Let's look at what happens inside the body. When blood pressure remains elevated over time, the endothelial lining of arteries becomes damaged. This promotes inflammation, oxidative stress, and accelerated plaque formation. In the brain, chronic hypertension leads to microvascular injury. Tiny blood vessels become narrowed or occluded, resulting in small, often silent infarcts. Over time, this cumulative damage contributes to cognitive decline and vascular dementia. Protecting blood pressure is protecting your brain. In the heart, elevated pressure increases afterload, meaning the left ventricle must pump against greater resistance. To compensate, the muscle thickens. This condition, known as left ventricular hypertrophy, initially helps maintain function. But eventually, the thickened muscle becomes stiff and less efficient. This contributes to a common condition in older adults called heart failure with preserved ejection fraction. Again, this develops gradually and silently. Now, let's discuss pulse pressure. Pulse pressure is the difference between systolic and diastolic values. For example, 160/70 produces a pulse pressure of 90. A widened pulse pressure reflects arterial stiffness and independently predicts cardiovascular risk, even if the lower number appears acceptable. This is why interpretation matters more than isolated readings. Another dangerous myth is believing that if you feel fine, your blood pressure must be fine. Hypertension rarely causes symptoms until complications arise. No warning, no pain, no signal. That is why it is called the silent killer. Regular monitoring is critical. At-home blood pressure devices are reliable when used properly. Sit quietly for 5 minutes before measuring. Keep your back supported, feet flat on the floor, and arm at heart level. Avoid caffeine beforehand. Take 2 readings and average them. Trends over time are far more meaningful than a single measurement. Now let's address another misconception. Doctor, my blood pressure only goes up when I'm stressed. While stress temporarily activates the sympathetic nervous system, chronic hypertension involves deeper mechanisms. Persistent activation of the renin-angiotensin system, increased vascular resistance, sodium retention, endothelial dysfunction, low-grade vascular inflammation. It is rarely emotional alone. After 65, kidney efficiency naturally declines, increasing sodium sensitivity. Reducing processed foods can significantly improve blood pressure control. Moderate daily physical activity improves endothelial function and nitric oxide production, promoting healthier vasodilation. Sleep quality also plays a powerful role. Obstructive sleep apnea, highly prevalent in older adults, drives sustained hypertension through intermittent oxygen deprivation and sympathetic overactivation. Addressing sleep disorders can meaningfully lower blood pressure. Regarding medication, treatment decisions must be individualized. In many cases, pharmacologic therapy significantly reduces stroke risk and cardiovascular complications. The goal is not perfect numbers. The goal is risk reduction without causing dizziness, falls, or overtreatment. Blood pressure management after 65 is about balance. In addition to lifestyle adjustments and medical therapy when indicated, some older adults choose to incorporate targeted nutritional support into their routine as part of a comprehensive approach to vascular health. Information about one such option is available in the description below for those who would like to explore it further. But the foundation remains consistent lifestyle choices and appropriate medical evaluation. Now, I want you to reflect honestly. Do you know your average blood pressure over the past month? Has it consistently been above 140? Above 150? Have you checked recently? Or are you assuming it's probably fine? Many older adults only discover elevated blood pressure after a stroke or heart event. Prevention works quietly, just like hypertension progresses quietly. Managing blood pressure after 65 is not about chasing youth. It is about preserving independence. It is about reducing stroke risk, one of the leading causes of long-term disability in older adults. It is about protecting cognition, mobility, kidney function, and overall vitality. The myth that higher blood pressure is simply part of aging creates complacency. And complacency is dangerous. Healthy aging requires informed vigilance, regular monitoring, gradual lifestyle improvements, open conversations with your healthcare provider, consistency over intensity. If this video helped clarify the truth about blood pressure after 65, consider subscribing. My goal is to translate medical evidence into practical guidance specifically designed for adults over 60 who want to protect their heart and brain. And I'd like to hear from you. What was your most recent blood pressure reading? Share it in the comments if you feel comfortable. Conversations like this help others understand that prevention is possible. High blood pressure is not an inevitable consequence of aging. It is a modifiable risk factor, and the earlier you address it, the stronger your protection will be. I'll see you in the next video.
Join us on Healthcare Seniors.
Be part of our community and watch the next video.